What's going on? This is TJ Murphy, and welcome to another episode of Adventurous Entrepreneurs. My guest today is Miguel Leal, often hailed as the godfather of Mexican cheese in the US. Miguel has a remarkable story that is a testament to resilience, innovation, and true entrepreneurial spirit. One of six children raised in poverty after the tragic death of his father in an earthquake, Leal arrived in Wisconsin. No money and speaking very little English. He had no choice but to make a bed of cardboard on the factory's boiler room floor. Despite these challenges, through grit, persistence, and hard work, Miguel observed and learned every step of cheesemaking, from cleaning the equipment to cutting and packaging cheese for sale. This allowed him to recognize that there was a growing demand for authentic Mexican cheese among the increasing Latinx community in the US at the time. So he ended up pioneering the production and sale of specialty Mexican cheese in the US. Eventually, he partnered with a master cheesemaker from Wisconsin to work with the Amish in Ohio to produce and hand sell 60-pound wheels of cotija cheese in the Chicago metro area. The skyrocketing demand for his cheese led Miguel to establish his own company, Mexican Cheese Producers Inc. And eventually, he sold that company for over $50 million, which actually, the company that purchased it still uses his recipes to this day and won the 2020 World Championship Cheese Contest with his flagship cotija cheese. Today, Miguel is a successful real estate developer with a deep investment in his new passion project, supporting Mexico's growing organic foods movement with a farm of his very own, where he demonstrates sustainable organic farming methods to communities in his native country of Mexico while supporting local charitable efforts. Miguel's journey from a humble apprentice to a renowned cheesemaker and philanthropic entrepreneur embodies the virtues of hard work, innovation, and community service. And just a few of the golden takeaways Miguel shares in this episode are practical tips for building a legacy, overcoming obstacles by valuing discipline, 3 pillars to living a purposeful life, and lessons learned from pursuing the American dream. So, without further ado, this is me and Miguel Leal. Welcome to the Adventurous Entrepreneurs Podcast. I'm your host, TJ Murphy. Since quitting my corporate 9-to-5 and starting a business while backpacking through Asia back in early 2017, I've had the privilege of learning from some incredibly adventurous entrepreneurs. Through these conversations and my own journey, I've learned that much like in life, entrepreneurship is an adventure. On this podcast, I explore the journeys of top-performing leaders in their fields. These wide-ranging conversations include tactical business advice, how I built this insights, lessons in leadership, life hacks, travel stories, favorite hobbies, and insights into living a purposeful and joy-filled life. Adventures await us, so let's dive in. Hey, Miguel, welcome to Adventurous Entrepreneurs.
Oh, thank you very much for inviting me. I'm very excited to be here.
Me as well, my friend. It's going to be a great conversation. And you started from very humble beginnings in a cheese factory in Mexico and rose to build a multi-million-dollar business where you were named the godfather of Mexican cheese. So I'll rewind us back a bit in your story to the early years here in a moment, but I want to hone in on a pivotal moment in your story where you talk about arriving in the US undocumented and sleeping on a cardboard bed in a Wisconsin factory boiler room. What was going through your mind about your future and the American dream at that point in your journey?
Yeah, no, good question. I was really in that time to establish a family, to start growing, and I didn't have the right opportunity here in Mexico. And then is why we started with exchange the technology. Supposed to I go to United States to start teaching the Americans how to make fresh cheese. And the Americans was going to teach me how to make American cheese. That way I can do it here in Mexico. And I took the opportunity right away when that happens. And then I decided to go to United States and take the chance and take the opportunity. And I just started dig in more in cheese. As soon as I dig in more in cheese, I start find out that I like it to do so. And I was so kind of like a fit me really good because I didn't went to school. I didn't do anything for it. And just by instinct and take the opportunities is why I start going and start taking the business and step by step to be organized. And being from the boiler room, they don't speak any language, anything on it, and start just for a year and a half, almost quiet. Learn the put my face and my space and to learn to be patient in life. Even if you wanna give up, don't quit so fast. You know,
Yeah.
Life was telling me that keep going, don't quit, keep going and fight. Even if I don't have no family, no support, no nothing, just me by myself. And well, pretty soon I start learning even the pipes because in silence, my mind is so fast that I have to learn everything on it. I didn't want to waste my time, and I was afraid that it was going to fire me because the language barrier. And that put me in another step to win the trust of everybody in that year and a half. I concentrated and I didn't know how to work. And those guys, the Bullhosers and Klondike Cheese, even if I stay there, I mean, they were a professional people that I'm glad that it was my bosses to teach me. I mean, the really good habit to work and be responsible for yourself. That is what happened in the cheese factory in Monroe, Wisconsin.
I'm curious. I mean, you didn't have that mentality. You didn't quit. You persevered, and you were able to reach a very high level of success. Was cheese a part of your upbringing early on? Can you share a little bit about your early life in Mexico and what led you to get into the cheese industry?
Yeah, that inspired me because I believe that everything happens for a reason in life. And if I have three opportunities for me to quit, you know, because I was alone, I didn't have any money, I didn't got anything on it and me, and I have to really pay attention. Is the soon as I learn and I start learning my abilities to start making cheese and start learning and the experience of cheese or make cheese, you have to have a lot of discipline on it. That put me in the better step for me the pay attention in life and be more aggressive in my goals. After a while, I start getting so much to desire to bring my family on it because I need somebody to share with. I was so focused and concentrated and make it in the United States. Then I start getting more creative on it. Then pretty soon, give me the opportunity, life again, the going my own in Monroe. And I started with Klondike. I started making a little bit of cheese and I started selling it on it. And it was too hard work before I get married. It was too hard work that I stop in a stop sign. I fall asleep. And I kind of like, they say, I say, it's too much. I can get robbed. I can get dangerous in this. And I kind of like step back on it and wait for another opportunity. I thought that was my route, you know, and say, no, it's too hard. And I wait. And then the second opportunity showed up there. The United States have a law, the separators from the milk, separate the cream from milk.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of like, they have to change the rule. It was a good separators, but they are too old models. And well, the factories, they didn't know what to do with them. And well, I have a lot of friends and people in Mexico, they require separators in the cheese factories that was here. Because from some garbage, somebody could get benefit too, you know. The factories didn't have nothing to do. Then I took it como like a second opportunity there. And I got the connections in Mexico and started selling separators they was giving me for free. And I started selling it. I sold all of them. I sold 35 or 50. And I started saving my first money on it. That way I can start and get different approach to how to do the business and start doing my own. And it's how I did it. I always plan ahead and start thinking and That way I don't waste my time, my money, I don't get dizzy, you know?
Yeah.
Because as soon as you start getting or making a little bit of money, things happen and people, I don't know, it happens. And people that I know, they, as soon as they get wealthy, they start buying cars and things that they don't need. They start kind of like be a little bit show offs and feel good. They have already and didn't plan ahead because all that money is being wasted in something that you should put on it and invest it in your future. Don't get crazy. And I say in these ways that, you know, that way people start drinking a little bit more, start feeling his pockets, and well, they go, more girls start to show off, things like that, you know,
Yeah.
and get distracted. And some people start lying because some of them are married, some not, and start creating a confusion in their lives. That things blocks your mind and doesn't get focus in your life to get your idea where you have to conquer. You know, you have to
Absolutely.
be really, really focused in where you want to do it.
Yeah. And it sounds like you had a very unique opportunity in that you saw this opportunity to take an outdated system that was no longer going to be allowed and bring in these separators, and you were able to really focus in. And even though you were successful early on, you didn't let that lifestyle get out of hand. You didn't go overboard spending money that you didn't need to spend needlessly, but you sound like reinvested that into the growth of your business and recognizing that there was a market for Mexican cheeses in the US. So what were some of the key factors that contributed to your success as you really started to grow the company in the US?
Yeah,
Separators.
and really the success probably was that I didn't have any support with anybody. You know, you have to, first of all, analyze it 3 or 4 times. Don't decide right away. You know, that was my thinking. You know, see, if I see the problem and I look at it in a 3 or 4 different points, being patient to don't answer right away, you know, before you analyze it, all the solutions. That way, when you decide what to do, you don't regret it later on. You hit the bone side every time, because you start missing targets and you start missing dreams, or you start missing and doesn't accomplish every day what you need to get conquer or finish it, is you getting behind and you will never make it. You know, that was part of it. Feel myself and feel secure that everything what I do, I trust myself. I don't let them is well planned, and I don't let third person or God come and solve me my problems.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I focus and concentrated, and I love to have problems. It's what I born for.
And it
You know,
sounds like that ability to really listen to your gut and trust yourself and not listen to any of the outside noise. That was one of your secret recipes to success that's really served you in your entrepreneurial journey. Are there any other little secret recipes for Miguel's success that have really led you to being successful in all areas of business?
yeah. One thing is the other thing it took me to that one is to learn how to have discipline,
Mhm.
because the discipline, see you have discipline in yourself, even to do exercise or some discipline to how to work and how to be organized and to achieve all you are looking for. Because a lot of people will say, well, I can do it tomorrow, or I will do it later, or no, my problem is his fucking fault. Oh, sorry, his fault. You know, and they don't learn to get better. Is difficult in that point. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Yeah. Discipline is the key. There's always tomorrow. There's always tomorrow, but it's what you do today and every day that compounds over time and can really lead you to true breakthrough.
And the discipline for your body and for your personality. If it happens, it happens, because I didn't trust anybody. And when I came to Monroe, and that was another lesson, because I didn't drink and too much, and I have to be always alert, and see if I was eating. I was eating healthy the best I could.
Yeah.
I didn't get drunk. I gotta calm down myself. I was ready to start making good decisions in that time, and if I didn't get drunk, I didn't get too crazy. That way I get needed drugs. I don't get contaminated myself. And that time is why I finished everything that I could. I have to be prepared. I have to be in a well physical, uh, ev- emotion and physical body to achieve everything that happens. You need to have physical condition to get your idea goes through. Because you want to start a business, I mean, it's hard. You don't sleep for 20, it's 24/7, right? It's like you have a new child.
Yeah.
Never stop.
The well-being is so important. If you don't have that foundation of clarity in your mind and the discipline to not go out and party, but focus on the task at hand and keep your goals within reach day in and day out, that's true discipline. And to be able to do that consistently over time is it's a hard thing to accomplish. And clearly it's
It's,
well.
and it's I got for me 3 rules that I can tell my kids, this to get discipline. One of them in your life is 3 things that will change your life forever. And you can attach for those 3 things on it all your life. And the first reason is, what do you want to do in life? What do you want to waste your time? What do you want to do in your ideas to to pass it and make it happen? And what is your dreams? How you want to achieve your dreams? You want to have an idea? I mean, don't waste time. Just think about it, be clear in your idea, focus on it, and it don't take money. Your that just is sometimes you have to back up and analyze it why, you know. But see, your idea is making money. It looks like it's progress. Keep going, push it, and don't give up. The second one is, who do you want to choose marry with? Because it's a big influence in your life. It's going to be your partner. It's going to be the people who help you out or screw you down. It's going to be because if you get in a divorce and you love it and it's whatever happens there, you kind of like emotional wise start falling out of control. And you make a lot of mistakes over and over and over and over, you know? And see, you don't understand it, you and your own need to change. The third one is very important too. If you don't learn the second one, you choose the wrong one, you want to have the wrong kids, teaching the wrong emotions. I mean, it's so tied up because even see your partner die, you still be tied up. Even if you get divorced, you want to have still tied up with them and you want to be punished yourself if you make a big mistake. If you make a mistake that abandon your kids or things like that, oh boy, you won't have time to achieve your ideas. Life will consume you.
Yeah.
You fail in one of the trees or the 3 ideas the points that I'm telling you, one of them, it keep you out of focus. I don't know for how long, but for me, it took me 10 years to slow down, and say, wait a minute, my divorce cost me, oof, my goodness. Time for me to block and think about it, all the success and everything on it, what it is for. And those emotions, you cannot get lost. You don't have time. You have to be smart and don't fuck it up.
Yeah. Purpose being the first one, your partner, the partnership that you choose to form with your significant other, your wife, and then the values that you instill together into your children. Those 3 pieces, if you have a family, that's your life in its holistic form. And when one side is broken, it can be very hard to have the positivity and abundance you're looking for in all the other areas. So I love that you touch on that. And another question I have for you, we all face different personal and professional setbacks in our life. You talk about divorce a little bit just a moment ago. Can you share some of your own personal or professional setbacks, failures, times when things didn't go right and how you ultimately overcame them?
Yeah, and because, well, let me tell you, I did everything that I did it in my life. I did it. One of the reasons is for love, to creating, go to United States to create a family, have better future, and then I make it on it. I have the perfect family. I have everything on it, but I didn't count the my wife was cheating on me for a long time on it, and then she put me into FDA and put me almost in jail for 20 years, and I didn't know that. And my goodness, when I find out that, whew, oh, it was a big hit in my heart, and it's why it took me time to catch up because I was so disoriented. You can say that you have sold. You can say that your partner because you believe in that. You believe in it, and you put all your time, all your life, and your family on it, and the principles of your family on it. Don't cheat. Don't lie. Don't do the wrong things. But I never count and with the her intentions. You
Mhm.
know, is she can say it. I mean, she can. I'm not own from her body. I just want to be the honesty to tell me, or tell me that I don't love you anymore, and I'll be okay. I know everybody going his own, and I'd be broken heart. But all those things, so you don't know, so you don't control it, man, my God, it's miserable. It is. And one other thing is, see, you pass it and you understand it. Why you have all these problems is because I believe it is coming a better future. The life prepare you for everything. It's just have to take it. Every day is a lesson that you have to learn. I don't believe in God. I just believe in the opportunities that I have to achieve, and the opportunity I have it to pass it, and I cannot let it go. You know, I don't let nobody else to resolve it. I always like to plan everything ahead. I don't like to waste my time.
Yeah.
I always be creative, and I would like to pass it. All this knowledge is in the book. That way, people don't feel lost because you feel it and you feel confused like crazy when most of it, families, when they get divorced and you get broken heart, oh my goodness, you start drinking, starting drugs, you start gambling, start going with more women's, fucked up, all those things. They don't let you think. And so you think about it, how much time you think about all those problems you have it, and your brain a lot of time is been thinking, and you don't push your brain to achieve what you want to do because you have a huge distraction that you mismo fuck it up. You know what I mean?
I do. I do. And I'm imagining the book covers a lot of this. So I think it's a great point because we've alluded to it a little bit. What inspired you to write your book, and what do you want people to walk away with, or what are the takeaways that people will walk away with after reading it?
Don't quit. Everything is possible. Yep.
That's it. The story of the American dream is
I mean,
something that,
because it's so exciting that question.
yeah, chokes you up.
Yep. Because you need to achieve, you need to concentrate, you need to have a lot of. I wrote this book that way the people see they feel lost, they know that they can make it. It's in their own. It's like you have to turn the switch. Don't get and sweep your own with your problems, because a lot of people suffocated for that. And more when don't have a lead, then nobody to help you. No have a lead means you don't have your father that tell you, you don't have family to support you. You feel more than abandoned. You need to react in those moments. There are no jokes. It's moments that you can kill yourself because they are so in a depression. Then nobody give a fuck about you. Nobody give a shit. You don't understand that. Man, you kill yourself. Really, it's not a game. It's why we pay attention in life. Because it's only one and you only live once. Don't waste it. Achieve what you want to do without hurting nobody. Everything is possible in this life. Be honest in everything you do and try to don't lie. Most of it, the people like their own to achieve. They don't know what is honest. They feel it. They don't finish it. All those things is possible so you do it. So you focus on it. Don't blame nobody. Blame yourself and how much time you wasting in your brain to don't achieve what you're looking for because you have a lot of problems that you own make. Is why I didn't have opportunity to screw it up because I don't have anybody. I had to be dependent. No family on it. No nothing. But over here now, the new generations, they have a lot of support. They got a lot of support of fathers. They have something to lean on it. That's why they give up the ideas. They screwed up. They don't have the guts anymore to do it because everything is helping you to fix it.
Yeah.
Come on, show me some balls to do it. And every one of them have the right to do it. Of course, it's American dream in each one of us. You just have to be organized. And we'll be a better country. Really.
I believe it. The discipline, I feel like so many times nowadays, which you alluded to, because things are so easy, so accessible to so many of us, it's so easy to just give up. But having the discipline to show up day in and day out and work on something and work on it past the point of failure. There's going to be setbacks along the way, of course. If you're doing anything worth doing, there's going to be failures along the way. But it's having the grit and the tenacity and the discipline to keep planning, to keep pushing and envisioning what comes next and planning it out like you've so methodically done that will allow you to achieve your dreams. And you've achieved great success. You've reached an incredible level of success in your career and ultimately sold your company. And now you're doing a lot of very passionate, from what I can tell, driven projects. So what drove you to what you're focusing on today? I know you're doing some real estate and supporting Mexico's organic foods movement, which is something that I think is so incredible. What drove you in that direction, and what's the story behind that?
Now I have a kind of like I want to have the opportunity with the University of Wisconsin to start doing a new recipe of fresh cheese, kind of like I want to create a new type of cheese, a new rule of fresh cheese in the United States. And that one I kind of like put in science on the table. That way, when you mass produce cheese, it changes flavor. And that is the act that I want to change. That is what I want to put the really touch that I didn't have the time to do. And now that I sold my company, I slow down my brain. I wait 10 years already. And then I want to develop that kind of the new type of Mexican cheese. That way I can pass a recipe on it and do it the right way because the flavor will change a little bit. That will give you the salt or the right ingredient to you was missing on the Mexican cheese. And that is what I was concentrated because I will get royalties from that. And That way I'm kind of like a finish or leave my legacy better that way.
Mm. That was actually going to be one of my questions is what do you hope your legacy will be, whether that's in the business world or in your personal life? And it sounds like part of that is having this legacy of leaving behind this incredible cheese.
The cheese, the book, uh, the experience, how the knowledge, everything on it, I would like to leave it. That way people, uh, it sounds crazy, but remember me like I didn't remember my father, you know?
Mm.
I wanted the people really remember for who I am and for my ideas, but not for one or two generations. I hope so I can build my house, my way to live here in Mexico in a different way, you know? I learned that when I did, I don't want to be the rich guy in the heaven.
Yeah,
You know, I, I cannot take any money from me from
take it with
up to
you.
heaven. Then I had to leave it at the earth the right way. That way the people remember me. That way you establish a legacy, you know?
All right, Miguel, this has been an amazing conversation. As we kind of move to wrap up here, a lot of our listeners are people who are either just getting started in their business, just starting down their entrepreneurial path. And I always like to ask from somebody who's reached such a level of success as you have, for people who are just starting out or are looking to really scale their businesses to the next level, what are the one, two, or three pieces of advice that you'd offer them?
Yeah, one of them is discipline. Another one is analyze your ideas without any hate, any envy, any emotions. That way you can analyze it in a different angles to get the right result. Because see, you put it with hate or something, you wanna create problems in the wrong way. See, you fix it easier is more direct, you know, more efficient. More or less is don't give up. Your idea is valuable. Check it out in any ways. That way you don't feel wasting time. But don't give up. There's plenty of obstacles that you need to learn how to jump and solve. Whatever the business you are, whatever the decision you are, just be aggressive and don't be a whiny guy, you know. Just keep going, pushing yourself and don't give up. That's it.
Don't give up. Be disciplined, be consistent, let those emotions sit on the sideline while you really look at things objectively and find the best path forward. I think those are sound pieces of advice for any type of business, any pursuit worth pursuing. So, Miguel, I really appreciate you joining me. Your book is out there on Amazon. We're going to include a link to the book so everybody can check that out in the show notes. Is there anywhere else where people can find and support you online, social media, website, things like that?
And Instagram is Cheese Guy Success. That
Yes.
I am in that one too.
Cheese
Follow
guys.
me, Cheese Guy Success.
That's the best handle I've heard. We'll definitely include a link to your Instagram in the show notes and make it easy for everyone to support you and find the book. So, Miguel, thank you
I
again for
appreciate
joining
it.
me on the show and looking forward to following your journey and checking out the book for myself as well.
Thank you very much for inviting me. I'll be waiting for everybody. Thank you very much for everything on it, your invitation and your audience and everything.
To all of our Adventurous listeners, thank you for tuning in to today's episode. Please be sure to subscribe, download, and share this on social media or with someone you know will get some value from it. Leaving a review goes a long way in helping people find the show, and I personally appreciate reading them when they come in. So please go drop one if you have the time. We'll see you all next week, and remember, Whether we're talking about business or the things that bring us joy outside of work, life is meant for exploring. So go out there and live it one adventure at a time.